Waking up at 2 a.m. with your calf twisted in pain, or standing up in the morning and your legs just won't listen. That's not just aging. That's your body waving a white flag. Let me tell you about Henry, 66 years old. What happened to his legs might sound exactly like what's happening to yours right now. Henry's nightmare started innocently enough. A small cramp during his evening crossword. Nothing serious, just a twinge that made him shift in his chair. But within weeks, those twinges became torturous. Midnight leg cramps that shot through his calves like electric shocks. Morning stiffness so severe he needed both hands on the railing just to get downstairs. His legs felt foreign, unreliable, like they belonged to someone else. 3 doctors, countless tests. Everything came back normal for your age. But Henry's legs weren't normal. They were screaming for 5 missing nutrients. And once he discovered what they were, everything changed. Today, I'm sharing Henry's discovery with you. Vitamin H5, the cramp stopper. This might be the real reason you wake up screaming with a Charlie horse. Henry used to think he was dehydrated. He drank more water. Still, the cramps came, every single night. He'd hobble to the bathroom, trying to stretch out the knots in his calves. His wife would wake up worried, hearing him groan in pain. Here's what was really happening. Vitamin D3 helps your body use calcium. Think of calcium as the key that starts your car engine. But without D3, that key won't turn. Your muscles need calcium to contract and relax smoothly. Without enough D3, calcium just floats around unused, like having gas in your tank but no spark plugs. Low D3 is directly linked to nighttime leg cramps in seniors, especially those who don't get morning sunlight. After age 60, your skin becomes less efficient at making vitamin D from sunlight. Your kidneys also become less efficient at converting it to the active form your muscles desperately need. Research shows that more than 40% of older adults are vitamin D deficient, yet most don't realize this silent deficiency is stealing their sleep and mobility. Henry started taking 2,000 IU of D3 at dinner, with a spoonful of Greek yogurt to help it absorb. Within 2 weeks, his midnight cramps began fading. Within a month, he was sleeping through the night again. Try 1,000 to 4,000 IU of D3 at dinner, with a spoon of yogurt or a handful of almonds to help it absorb. The fat helps your body actually use it, but cramps are just the surface. What if the strange tingling in your feet was something far more serious? If you've had midnight cramps, share your age below. You're not alone in this. Vitamin H4, the nerve repair kit. Tingling numbness. It might not be your circulation. Henry described it as walking on pins and needles. Even socks felt uncomfortable. Sometimes his feet would go completely numb while watching TV. He worried about diabetes, circulation problems, even nerve damage. But the real culprit was invisible. B12 builds something called the myelin sheath. Think of it as insulation on electrical wires. Without proper insulation, your nerves misfire. Messages from your brain to your legs get scrambled. Your muscles don't respond right. You feel weak, unsteady, disconnected from your own body. Here's the cruel irony. As you age, your stomach loses the acid needed to absorb B12 from food. Even if you eat meat, eggs, and dairy, your body might only absorb a fraction of what it needs. It's like trying to drink through a straw with holes in it. Studies reveal that up to 30% of adults over 60 have low B12 levels, often without knowing it. The symptoms creep up slowly, disguised as normal aging. Henry's doctor recommended methylcobalamin B12, the form your body uses most easily. He started taking 1,000 micrograms under his tongue before bed. Sublingual B12 bypasses the stomach completely, absorbing directly into your bloodstream. Within 3 weeks, the tingling began to fade. His balance improved. Walking felt more confident, more controlled. Take methylcobalamin B12 under the tongue before bed. 1,000 micrograms is a good starting point. Let it dissolve completely. This form works better than the cheap cyanocobalamin you find in most drugstore vitamins. But even with strong nerves, Your legs can feel stiff as stone unless you restore the mineral they rely on to relax. If this sounds like you, save this video. You'll want to come back to this tip every night. Vitamin #3, the muscle off switch. Can't fall asleep because your legs won't stop twitching. This mineral is your new best friend. Henry called them ghost twitches, like his legs were dancing on their own. He'd lie in bed, exhausted, but his muscles kept firing random signals. His calves would jump, his thighs would flutter. Sleep became impossible. Here's what was happening inside his muscles. Calcium tells muscles to contract. Magnesium tells them to relax. It's like having a gas pedal and a brake pedal in your car. Henry had plenty of gas, but no brakes. His muscles stayed in a constant state of tension. Magnesium is the master relaxation mineral. It controls over 300 biochemical reactions in your body. When you're deficient, everything feels tight, tense, and restless. Most seniors are magnesium deficient, and here's why. Common medications like diuretics flush magnesium out of your system. Stress depletes it. Even the magnesium oxide in most cheap supplements barely absorbs, passing through your system like expensive urine. Research shows that magnesium deficiency affects up to 50% of older adults, yet it's rarely tested by doctors. Henry switched to magnesium glycinate, the form that actually absorbs. He took 300 milligrams about 45 minutes before bed. The glycine in this form also promotes deeper sleep. The change was remarkable. Within a week, the twitching stopped. His muscles felt genuinely relaxed for the first time in months. Sleep came easier, deeper, more restorative. Use magnesium glycinate, 200 to 400 milligrams, 45 minutes before bed. Avoid magnesium oxide, which can cause digestive upset and barely absorbs. But what if your legs feel weak not because of muscles, but because of an electrical system misfiring? Tried magnesium before? Let us know what worked for you in the comments. Vitamin #2, the muscle battery charger. Your body has an electrical pump, and if potassium runs low, it starts glitching. Henry once collapsed stepping off a curb. His legs just didn't respond. No warning, no pain, just sudden weakness. His family rushed him to the emergency room, fearing the worst. Heart attack, stroke. The culprit wasn't aging, it wasn't arthritis. It was low potassium from his blood pressure medication. Potassium helps muscle cells fire electrical signals. Think of it as the battery in your cell phone. When the battery runs low, everything slows down, glitches, or shuts off completely. When potassium drops, muscles spasm, shake, or go weak without warning. Every muscle contraction depends on a delicate balance between sodium and potassium. Too much sodium, not enough potassium, and your muscles can't function properly. You feel weak, unsteady, unreliable in your own body. Even small potassium dips from diuretics, low-salt diets, or chronic stress can disrupt your balance and coordination. Your legs might feel like they belong to someone else. Research indicates that 98% of Americans don't get enough potassium, and the problem worsens with age as kidney function declines. Henry couldn't supplement potassium directly because of his heart medication, but his doctor helped him add potassium-rich foods back into his diet. A banana with breakfast, sweet potato with dinner, half an avocado on his salad. Within 2 weeks, his strength returned. His legs felt solid again, trustworthy. Before supplementing potassium, talk to your doctor, especially if you take heart or blood pressure medication. Instead, start with foods: bananas, sweet potatoes, avocados, spinach, and white beans. Now, for the #1 reason legs feel stiff, painful, and unreliable, even when all the tests come back normal. If you're still watching, this next one is especially for you. Vitamin #1, the inflammation extinguisher. This is what doctors miss when they treat joint pain with painkillers. Henry realized it wasn't just his legs, it was his knees, hips, and ankles slowly locking up. Getting out of bed felt like emerging from quicksand. Walking downstairs required holding the railing with both hands. the fire burning inside his joints. Inflammation. Chronic inflammation is like having a small fire burning inside your body 24 hours a day. It never quite goes out. Over time, it damages joints, stiffens muscles, and makes everything hurt more than it should. Omega-3 fatty acids are nature's fire extinguisher. They shut down the chemical signals that keep joints inflamed. EPA and DHA, the two most important omega-3s, work like skilled firefighters, putting out inflammation before it spreads. But here's the problem. The modern diet is loaded with omega-6 oils from processed foods, creating more inflammation. Meanwhile, we eat less fish, less omega-3s. The fire keeps growing while we remove the firefighters. Studies show that omega-3 supplementation can reduce joint stiffness by up to 30% in older adults within just 8 weeks. These fatty acids don't just help joints. They improve circulation to your legs and muscles. They support nerve function. They even help your brain communicate better with your body. Henry started taking 1,500 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA fish oil with dinner. The oil helped other fat-soluble vitamins absorb better, too. Within 3 weeks, his morning stiffness began melting away. His knees bent easier. His hips moved more freely. Walking became a pleasure again, not a chore. Take 1,000 to 2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA fish oil with dinner. For vegans, use algae oil. The fat from dinner helps it absorb better. Try this for a week and see if your mornings feel smoother. You might just surprise yourself. The Rule of One. Here's what Henry learned, and what changed everything for him. He called it the Rule of One. Don't try to fix everything at once. Your body has been struggling for months, maybe years. It needs time to heal, time to rebuild, time to remember how to feel strong again. Start with one vitamin, just one. Give it 2 weeks to work. Notice how you feel. Notice how you sleep. Notice how your legs respond when you stand up in the morning. If you're dealing with nighttime cramps, start with vitamin D3. Take 2,000 IU with dinner, along with something that contains fat to help absorption. If tingling and numbness are your main concerns, begin with B12. Let 1,000 micrograms of methylcobalamin dissolve under your tongue before bed. If muscle twitching and restless legs keep you awake, try magnesium glycinate, 300 milligrams about 45 minutes before sleep. If weakness and sudden muscle fatigue worry you most, focus on potassium-rich foods. Add them gradually, consistently. If stiffness and joint pain dominate your mornings, start with omega-3s, 1,500 milligrams of EPA and DHA with your evening meal. Henry started with magnesium because sleep was his biggest struggle. Once his muscles learned to relax, he added vitamin D3, then B12, then omega-3s. Finally, he increased his potassium foods. It took 4 months, but Henry got his life back. His legs felt strong again. His sleep became deep and restorative. His morning walks returned to being a joy, not a struggle. Your legs aren't betraying you. They're calling for help. You're not broken. Your body just needs the right tools to repair itself. Remember Henry's Rule of One. Start somewhere. Start today. Your future self will thank you. If any part of Henry's story sounded familiar, you're not alone. Thousands of people over 60 deal with leg pain, cramps, and weakness every single day. Most think it's just aging. Now you know better. Tell us your story in the comments below. Which symptom sounds most like what you're experiencing? Night cramps, tingling feet, morning stiffness, muscle weakness. Your story might inspire someone else to take action. If this video helped you understand what your legs have been trying to tell you, please give it a thumbs up. It helps other people find this information when they need it most. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. We create new videos every week specifically for people over 60 who want to feel stronger, sleep better, and age with confidence. Speaking of joints, here's what's coming next. What if I told you that 4 common foods sitting in your kitchen right now could be slowly destroying your knees? And what if 4 other foods could actually rebuild your cartilage and reduce pain by up to 40%? In our next video. Over 64 foods you must eat for your knees and 4 foods you should never touch. I'm revealing the hidden knee destroyers that most people eat every day without knowing the damage they're causing. Plus, the 4 science-backed foods that can turn back the clock on joint pain and stiffness. Click the video appearing on your screen right now to discover which foods are secretly sabotaging your knees and which ones could help you walk pain-free again. Your joints will thank you. Until next time, remember you're not too old to feel strong again. You're just getting started. Take care of yourself. You deserve to feel amazing.